All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Lupagus, and every time there is a rumor regarding the Minnesota Vikings and the quarterback position, we're going to jump all over that shit. And there's a new one tonight from Rich Eisen, the respected, beloved NFL analyst, commentator, runner of the 40-yard dash, podcaster, icon, really. Rich Eisen has one regarding the Minnesota Vikings and quarterback Trey Lance. Before we talk about that, thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. We just broke 11,000 subscribers. Very excited about that. And again, we appreciate every single buddy who has watched, commented, liked, subscribed, become a member, supported us in any fashion. Much appreciated. Love you guys. Thank you for that. All right, let's talk about Trey Lance to the Vikings. So Rich Eisen did a segment on his podcast. Basically, it was called Top 5 Rumors He Heard at the Combine. This one came in at number 5. Hearing the Minnesota Vikings, if they don't get a deal done with Kirk Cousins, could approach the Dallas Cowboys about Trey Lance. All right, so let's just talk about the logistics here. Number one, this would have to be a trade because the Cowboys just exercised some option on Trey Lance's contract, which kept him. It's going to keep him on their team to the 2024 season. So it would have to be a trade. And Rich does acknowledge that during his little segment. He says, maybe the Vikings would flip. The Cowboys got him for a 5. Maybe the Vikings would flip him a 3 to require his services. Well, we don't have a 3 this year. It would have to be a 3rd next year, maybe even after that, because I don't know when the hell we have another 3rd-round pick. We seem to be moving that pick around lately. So Vikings don't even have a 3rd-round pick, Rich, so that's not going to happen. It has to be like a 4th. But I don't think you can look at Trey Lance as a guy who can come in and replace Kirk Cousins. Trey Lance is a guy that you're going to come in and develop, much like a rookie quarterback. Like, he's barely had a sniff in the league. He needs to be taught. He needs to be groomed. He needs to be loved, and he needs to be just brought along slowly. Like, he's not ready to come in and be the guy. So that to say that this is an answer to go out and it's a long-term solution, potentially, maybe a cheap long-term solution, but it's not a guy who's going to come in and replace Kirk Cousins in 2024. Absolutely not. So that didn't make sense from that perspective, from that side of things. So I know Trey Lance is a name we've always kind of mentioned, but the Vikings could have had him last year when he was available for trade. I don't know if they even offered anything for him. Yes, he's a Minnesota boy. Yes, he has a rocket of an arm. And yes, he did show some flashes before getting hurt, but nothing really has come together yet for this kid. The Niners gave up just so much to go up and get him, and now they are going with the last guy in the draft. So I don't think there's any heat behind this one. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me unless the Vikings strike out in getting a quarterback in the draft, and they do lose Kirk Cousins in free agency. Then maybe you talk to the Cowboys before camp starts about getting Trey Lance and make cost a little bit more, but I don't think it happens before. It would be completely shocking and a huge head scratcher. So yes, Trey Lance, the Vikings, rumored by Rich Eisen. Apparently he heard some rumblings about it at the Combine. Who knows if it's true or not. I tend to think this one doesn't have a lot of legs or balls or anything. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about Trey Lance to the Vikings? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you believe it is even possible? Until then, keep your skull in your hole.